It's dingy. It's stretched. Oh, does it smell? It's so old. What is it? It's Carl's old bag. And now for your host, the Carl.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Carl's old bag. I am the old saggy bag himself, the Carl. And today, I'm hanging out at the community pool. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go see if I can get my pale ass some color. I mean, tan. All right, so I left the bag at home. So I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing for a while. We're going to have more of a controlled episode. No, you don't know about that yet. Hanging out with these weirdos here at the pool. Anyways, today I'm going to talk about an album that sort of meant something to me again, in a special way. And today it is Iron Maiden, Brave New World from the year 2000. First of all, I can't believe it's been over 20 years ago since I bought this album. Holy shit, I am getting old. Anyways, Iron Maiden, one of my, if not top bands of all times. I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan, always been. But the reason why I picked Brave New World and not, like, I don't know, Number of the Beast or something more that everybody knows about, is aware about. Brave New World was the first album after Bruce Dickinson came back. I'm not saying that it was bad before that, after he left, but some of the albums that even he was on, like No Pay for the Dying, I'm gonna say it, Fear of the Dark, and there were some albums that just didn't do it for me. They were okay songs maybe, but for some reason the production was lacking. It didn't have that epic feel to it. It just didn't, I don't know. I started to feel like, man, Iron Maiden, are they done? Anyways, so me and my buddy, we knew they were coming out with this album, and we were super excited, of course, because Bruce Dickinson came back, and he brought Adrian Smith with him, who's been working with Bruce on his solo stuff. So now all of a sudden, they were going to have 3 guitar players. And one of the best pipes and frontmans in the whole industry is Bruce Dickinson. So we were super excited. So we drove into town because there was nowhere to get CDs in my little shit pissant town back in the old country of Sweden. But on the way home, we were listening to the album and we were blown away. All of a sudden, the production was, top notch. And the songs, oh my God. It totally laid to rest all the worries and anxiety we had about the band. We were still huge Iron Maiden fans, and we probably always will be. But this album turned it around for me personally, and I had no doubts anymore. Since then, of course, they have made killer albums. They have toured the world. Probably everybody heard about their Airplane, of course, Air Force One and all that shit. I think this album and the tours that came after this really made them even bigger than they were. They are an enormous band now. They've always been, but this album, for some reason, rocketed them even higher, took them out of that slump that I thought they were in. And just, oh my God, I love this album. The opening track, The Wicker Man, killer album. A song. Ghost of the Navigator is such a somber ass song. It's just so good because there's so much emotion in it. Brave New World is a typical Maiden song, really. Epic shit. Blood Brothers, oh my God, what a tearjerker. It's basically about the fans. That's how I interpret it, at least. That everybody's in this shit together. I think they still play that live. The Nomad. It's like the Alexander the Great of the new millennium. The Nomad is oh my God, they're probably never going to play it live, but wow, what a epic song. Out of the Silent Planet should have radio play every day. It is so damn good. Kevin Shirley produced this album, and I think it still does. And that's the best damn thing they have ever done to the band. Kevin Shirley kills it. He knows Iron Maiden. And this album, they grabbed themselves by the balls and just hit it out of the park. Iron Maiden, Brave New World, from the year 2000. Oh my God. All right, that's it for the Carl's Old Bag episode this week. Tune in next week for another episode of the Phoenix Fire Podcast. And your host, Chris Scott. And check out what the Carl has in his old bag for everybody next week. Rock on.